everyone, this is Yolanda from the All Crafts channel, and in today's video I'm just going to make a quick short video to show you how I do the magic circle with the crochet when I'm crocheting. I've seen a lot of people that wrap the yarn several times and do all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of different ways to do the magic circle. This is the way that I do it, and I find it to be pretty easy. So I am right-handed, so I hold the hook in my right hand. This is the end of the yarn, and then this is the end that is coming from the ball itself. Okay, so you want to have the end of the yarn. I'm going to put it in my left hand, and this is the end that's coming from the ball or the skein of yarn. And so all I do is I get this the end that's coming from the ball, and then I just make a little loop like this and bring it to the front. So if you look at here, the tail of the yarn is in the back, so you just get it. Let me move this tail so you can see better, and put it to the front. Then I use my index finger and my thumb, hold that, bring the yarn that's coming from the ball to the back, just like that. And then you could use these fingers to kind of hold that. I bring out the yarn there, and with these fingers I just kind of lift that up, grab the yarn that's coming from the ball. So I just make a little, like a little chain there. And now my magic loop is done. Then I can go ahead, and if it says to do so many stitches, I could do my stitches inside the circle. Now if it is starting to get too big, because it will start to kind of, sometimes you kind of lose control over it, you can get the tail and close it a little bit, but don't close it until you finish doing all your stitches. So here I would have 1, 2, let's say I have to do 5, or let's say 4 right here, just so I could close it off. You would count 1, 2, 3, 4, and now you can go ahead and pull that shut. One of the benefits of having the magic circle is that you can pull it pretty tight and it won't show a gap or a hole there. You can also use it, it doesn't have to just be used for knitting, for crocheting in the round, meaning they're just going to work in a circle. You could also work these, like when you do rainbows or different shapes, it could tell you to chain 1, turn your work, and then begin again. And then you're going to have like a different half circle or whatever shape you're doing. Let me show you one more time how we make that magic loop. Here's the yarn that's coming from the ball, so I'll put that on this side so you could see that. This is the yarn, the end of the yarn, and you can just leave a little tail or whatever. I'm going to grab it like this. I'm going to get, this is the one that's coming from the ball of yarn. I'm going to make a little loop and bring it to the front. Can you see that? That we're in the, this one is in the back and this was in the front. So once I bring it like this to the front, I'm going to hold those two, that little loop, with my thumb and index finger. I bring the yarn to the back, and then I use some other fingers or whatever just to grab that. I bring this here, and once I do that, I just kind of bring, you just want to grab that yarn there and pull your stitch through. Now you're going to have that magic loop, and now you can go ahead, if this is too big, like say you only need 7 or 8 and you know this is too big, you can close it a little bit, but don't let it shut before you finish your stitches. Let's pretend here I'm doing double crochet stitches, and so you just do all your stitches, and it helps if you use like your thumb and your middle finger to kind of hold the loop there from getting too big. If it starts getting too big, then you go ahead and just pull on that tail to close it a little bit. But that is pretty much how I do it. There's lots of ways, like I said, but this is how I have found it to be easier. And then when you pull it, it's going to be pulled really shut and really tight, and it doesn't show that little gap. I hope you find this video useful. Just go ahead and rewind it and watch it a few more times if you need to practice. And I really recommend using a magic circle when you don't want to have a little gap in there or a little hole, especially when you're working like with amigurumi toys or things like that, or you don't want a little gap. So I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. Please be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and remember always that God loves you.